Alright, this monstrosity is called the treehouse, and at the top of the treehouse is Big Bird. You're watching Turtle Tube. Okay, I've climbed inside the treehouse, and there is Big Bird. Big Bird is a black roughneck monitor. Hopefully you can see. But they have a very bird-like appearance in their head, and we don't know if this one is a male or female. That's how it ended up with the name Big Bird. But it's an arboreal lizard. It spends most of its time up off the ground. They are native to the South Asian islands in Indonesia, in that area. Big Bird, I don't believe is full grown. They can obtain a length anywhere from, I think, 3 to 4 feet. 5 feet it's very uncommon, but I think there is one on record that size. It sounds huge, but it's mostly, or half their length is tail. See if I can get it to eat a piece of fish. There, yeah. It does eat insects. That wasn't very exciting. I do like this monitor. It's not food aggressive. I will show the Savannah monitor in a few minutes, and you'll notice the big difference between the two. Okay, that was a big piece of fish, wasn't it? It got it down. But it will climb up and sit up on top of this light in the morning. I have checked the temperature. It's not too hot that it will burn itself. And then it, will climb around this enclosure throughout the day, and then at night it sleeps under its little water tub. I have worked with Big Bird some to help socialize it, but it just may be one of those lizards that just I will never be able to handle. The good thing is that this one has never attempted to bite or tail whip. It's not an aggressive lizard. They are very intelligent. Hopefully it won't bite me. Probably wrong. Alright, Big Bird. I'm climbing out. It's too hot in here. Alright, I've climbed out. Big Bird is still hanging out with us. That is probably its favorite spot to sit. But it has fake plants, live plants in here. That's this basking bulb, the little ceramic tile, the branches to climb on. And I was hoping that this vine would eventually grow up and cover all this netting. There is tile down here. That's where I will feed the reptile a lot of the time, so that way it doesn't eat the substrate. It's got ventilation holes and a little fan in there to help keep the air from becoming stagnant. More places to hide. There's a cricket. And it has a large tub that it can soak in. That is an air bubbler, which that's a long story. Alright, I feel like I'm rambling on. There's Big Bird. Let's go downstairs and see Scab. Under Big Bird is Scab. Now, Scab is a Savannah monitor. Savannah monitors are native to Africa. Scab, of course, has never been to Africa. It is captive born. I got it when it was a small baby, so I have been able to socialize it much better than Big Bird. Scab will eat pretty much the same thing as Big Bird. Oh, you're eating a stick. Don't eat a stick. Same thing. I try to feed him on this tile. They are prone to being obese because they will eat and eat. There's Grandpa that's doing a little photo bomb. It's a Euromastix. That's another video. He's like, back to me, man. My show. I'm getting out. There you go. It's behind you. That's the camera. It's behind you. Right there. Alright. The Savannah monitors are very common in the hobby. They are very easy to find, very affordable. But that also makes it easy for people to purchase them. They don't know that they can obtain a length of up to 2 to 4 feet. They are bottomless pits. When it comes to eating, they're very curious, very active, and unfortunately, a lot of people buying them not aware of their needs, and they end up in poor conditions. Sorry, I'm trying to find a piece of food for this guy. Where are you going? I had to close the window on Scab. He kept wandering in and out, and I couldn't keep an eye on him. The substrate is soil. That's real plain of grass in the back. He's got his basking and UVB bulb, small little water dish, little soaking tub. Now that water is just 1 day old. Lizards will take care of their business in the bathtub, so it has to be changed out daily. And I will give him a bigger one as he gets older, just like Big Bird upstairs, with the drain and everything. Now I usually will feed it on this tile through this opening. They are intelligent, and it will associate, or it can associate this window being open and being fed, and I don't want to do that. I want it to be able to determine between the two, if that makes sense. He's intelligent now, huh? Okay, but the whole structure, is insulated. It's built out of 2x4s. It's pretty much freestanding, except for it is attached to this back partition wall. I built it that way so that way I can break it down easily if needed. The windows were not my first choice, but for $10 you can't beat that. The sheetrock was reused from a Girl Scout project, and it had trees painted all over it. That is where we get the name Treehouse. Once the weather cools off, I will probably repaint it. All right, let's take him outside.
Alright, I know he's a big bad monitor, but he's kind of freaked out. This would be the first time he's been out of the carrier while outside. He's still a baby, and in his mind, he would be a tasty snack for a larger predator. So, patience is important. You hurry up, we don't have all day. I think it all started with...
Alright, he finally decided to come out. He's still pretty freaked out, but it's kind of expected. Most lizards go through this the first time they're outside. I know Spot did. But it's very beneficial for them, and over time they'll get used to it and probably enjoy it quite a bit. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.